Welcome everybody, it's Unstoppable Stilazzi again. Instead of a Civ preview for today, or a revealing of more Great War Age stuff, I figured today we'd do something completely different for the upcoming Age of Empires 3 Wars of Liberty Great War patch. So apparently some of the consulate options for the Asians have received some changes in terms of the units they offer. Now, the countries are the same, but the units have been modified a bit. Well, some of them have. Some of them are still the same, though, at least for now. But I guess what I wanted to do today was show you what those armies look like now, so you'll be ready for them when the patch does release. I decided let's start with India. They have about 2 of them, so that'd be a good starting point for us. We will start in Imperial Age so we can get access to all the consulate armies right away with all the shadow text applied to them. Let's just use this map again since I like this map. I grew up with this map, it's pretty fun. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna use the cheat codes again, both the speed one and the resource one, just so we can cycle through these pretty quickly. Nice. So let's build a consulate. Also, we can use the immigration tech at the TC to get us some quick pop. Speed always wins. Indeed, speed will always win. Oh, typo. Speed. Oh, what am I doing? Speed always wins with an S. There we go. Okay. So the 2 that we're going to be doing today are going to be the British and the French. Ottomans, as a side note, have had a bit of a fix to the Humbarasi. I guess they had upgrade statistics similar to artillery pieces where they shouldn't have, so they fixed that. So it's about an 85% improvement instead of 110. But getting back to what we were planned, let's start with the British first and show you what those armies look like. So this is the cheapest army you can get with the British. You get about 7 grasshoppers. Now they aren't actual grasshoppers, they are Greenjackets. Something else that's green. And as you can imagine, these guys will have their lovely new British accent applied to them, just like from our British showcase a couple of days ago. I might make a couple more houses. You never know if we're going to need these to keep the population up. Now, in general, this is going to make British more favorable against heavy infantry. Before, they sort of had an advantage against heavy and light forms of cavalry. Now you're basically could think of the British more on the lines of, say, the Portuguese with their crossbowmen in the Asian dynasties. You know, you'll probably use British if you want to rip apart some sort of line infantry formation or sepoys or something. Next we have the larger army, the Expeditionary Force. This will include 7 more grasshoppers as well as 5 eaglers. Eaglers are just redcoats. Yeah, so your old school musketeer of the British now is a unique unit. This is going to be a pretty good balanced army, and it's actually not too different from what the British did before for their expeditionary army, because before what it had was Highlanders and the Rogers Rangers skirmishers. Now it's same as before, a ranged heavy infantry and a skirmisher, but big difference now is that it's been changed to all unique units, a redcoat and the Greenjacket. Now we're going to go over the Expeditionary Army. Now this is going to give you a group of 14 anglers, so 14 redcoats, as well as 8 Albert Leicesters. These are actually the Cherrybums. So let's send this army. So yeah, this army is going to be great if you're dealing with, say, skirmishers and heavy cavalry. Like if you saw hussars and skirmishers, this would be pretty good, since you can use the Redcoats to a great extent to take down the hand cavalry, and the Cherrybums are great against the skirmishers with the artillery. So definitely a pretty, in a sense, they really didn't change too much, and they're sort of an amalgamation between their old Wars of Liberty Consulate as well as the Asian Diocese one, which had more of the hussars. Now their brigade will give you about 2 rockets as well as 15 Redcoats and 9 Cherrybums. As a good guide for the newly changed consulate options, you won't be getting artillery as part of the normal armies that you can make multiple times. Only the brigade that you can send once will you get any sort of artillery pieces. Let's send that out right now. So we got about 36 Redcoats between the 4 armies. We got about 14 Greenjackets, about 17 of the Cherrybums, and 2 rockets. Very nice. So what I was thinking was, let's try rushing with this army to see how strong it is by itself. Right, if you like to go all in with consulate units, as well as to give you a perspective of how powerful this option is for you, let's try attacking this fort with it. See how effective this is. I can keep the British bonus on at the consulate, just so they get a little more HP as well. So yeah, I mean, this is the Spanish right here trying to defend the... Cool, he's building trucks here as well. He has a supply depot. It's great to see the bot making great warrior stuff. But anyways, this is how it looks, basically. Right? You seem to be decimating him right now because the bot's just hanging out. Doesn't really seem to be attacking us too hard. But in general, British really give you a bit of everything. You get a hand cavalry, you get a skirmisher, and a musketeer. So they sort of cover all 3 areas of the rock, paper, scissors logic. In terms of giving you a shock unit, a skirmish, and a heavy infantry. Which you could really use in most situations when combined. And the rockets are always nice if you send the brigade as well, since rockets are very powerful. Just make sure you preserve them, since you won't be getting any more of them. Boy, would you wish you were DE Indians, where you got the Mysore rocket ship in Infinite. That would be pretty good. Yeah, I think we're good here. Just wanted to show you how powerful, you know, pushing in with an army of these consulate units is. I mean, we could try to look a little bit forward to see if they have an army at the... Oh! He came... This sneaky dog moved over here. Ooh, good. That's not nice. You're not supposed to do that, Mr. Bot. That's not nice at all. I actually have to build a TC here now. So let's try it over here. See how good it is. Alright, so... Well, the Cherrybums pushed in pretty well, and then he obviously shipped in halves. Let's see how the infantry does between the 2 units, combined with the rockets. I mean, I would say... And then you obviously can use the rockets to attack the Maxim guns, which is probably recommended. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either, I would say. So, have it as it may, you can certainly use this against a wide variety of units. Oh, wait a second, I think we might actually beat them. Yeah, we actually beat them. Pretty cool, yeah. Very nice, very nice. Very nice indeed. Jolly good shit. Yeah, see, you just take the rockets here, you target them properly, and then they can... Yeah, this is perfect, actually. Got everything we need. Oh, good. Alright. Went better than I expected. Alright. So let's build another consulate, so we can send another army. An anti-aircraft gun. Nice. Good thing I don't have any airplanes coming down over there.
Ready, rifles, attacking as ordered.
Let's just blow that up so the bot doesn't try. He put the barracks right here. That's very obviously bold. Yeah, I don't like this very much. I wish you would kindly be alone. It's good to show you, though, how long this British army survives on its own without any sort of native units from the Indian roster or the Chinese roster, since they can get British as well. So yeah, it seems like they have a bit of survivability, honestly, which is great. Now let's exit out of British and let's go with the French. So what the French offer us is well, let's try this one. So Army number 1, the Expeditionary Company, for French will give you about 8 Grognards, which are, you know, the Royal Guard Grenadiers the French get access to. Very nice. This will be really good if you're dealing with like a large mass of infantry and you're looking for something to spread them out a bit and make them retreat. All it takes is a really strong grenade throw to force your enemy into hiding, basically, since it can hit a wide mass of things. Now let's go into the Second Army. Second Army will give you a larger, well, it actually gives you 1 less of the Grognards, but it will also give you about 5 Chassauers d'Afrique, which, as you remember, are the Chassauer Chevals, which are the mounted skirmish unit unique to the French. This will be a really good army to deal with infantry, as the Grenadiers will do an initial grenade throw that can hit a large mass of units grouped up together, and then after that the Afrique can effectively kite the enemy, whether it's maneuver units like dragoons or heavy infantry like musketeers or line infantry. So far we're seeing the theme of the French, that they do really well against infantry, and I think that especially comes home when you see this, the French Expeditionary Army. It gives us about 8 Chassauer d'Afrique, so a larger number of the mounted skirmishers. It also gives us about 17 Tirailleurs Algerines. These are the Zouaves, believe it or not. So let's see how that looks. See, this is starting to look like an all anti-infantry army now that you look at this. First you get the grenades, followed by the mounted skirmishers, and then you get a foot assault unit, the Zouaves. As you know, these are an anti-infantry unit at range, so they do about 2x against infantry. They have they have a pretty short range, but they got a really good speed for kiting. They also have a bit of hand armor too, so if they're getting chased by like pikemen, they can survive that a little bit easier and maybe get out alive. And lastly, we can send the French brigade. We might need a little bit more of this goody stuff to do that. Alright, so this is the final army. So instead of artillery, it'll just give you Foriegn Legionaries. So about 8 of the Chassauers, about 14 Zouaves, and about 18 Foriegn Legionaries. This is like the only sort of army of the French Consulate that actually has any real promise against shock units. Everything else is really hardcore anti-infantry, except maybe the Chassauer, which can be used against dragoons type units as well, since it's a mounted skirmisher. One thing I'm trying to observe here is I see the negative aura around the units. So let's try pushing these guys forward. I'm curious if we move away from the TC if they'll actually lose that debuff. Yeah, I'm trying to get a pretty far distance away from the TC to see how it looks. Now, from the looks of... Oh yeah, see? The debuff goes away when you get away from town side. So what I think we might be seeing here is actually a bonus for the French Consulate units. That they actually inherit the French Foreign Legionaries' ability of actually getting stronger the further away you are from the town center. This is the same sort of civ bonus that the Haitians get. Yeah, this is actually pretty good, because if you take these guys far away towards the fort and assault their infantry, they'll actually do pretty good against them, as you can see right here. Now they're just raiding villagers, so of course that's going to look pretty easy, but as always, the bot's going to just be a sneaky one, and he's going to move towards the TC. Let's go back and clean him up a bit, because this bot really likes to sneak around your main army and go right for the base. Alright, let's do a bit of shooting work. So far, we'll attack the shock ones first, and then we can push on the infantry units. As you can see here, this is really well suited for this skirmish, because they massed a lot of line infantry, a lot of infantes, a lot of just general foot units, even the Bornquiers. So yeah, definitely. This is really good against infantry. Do we have enough Zouaves? Yeah, we have enough Zouaves, I think, to push out the infantes. I'm going to target the infantes with the Zouaves, since they deal full anti-infantry multiplier damage to those things. But wait a minute, did he have any skirmish? He has actual Great War soldiers among his ranks, so he did train some Great War Age units so far. But anyways, this is just a good show for you to see, how long can you expect this Consulate army to last these units by themselves. Now obviously it's India, you could add in some sepoys or some howdahs maybe to round it out a bit. But yeah, this is just a good show of it for you. I think we're just gonna let the bot win here, perhaps, because what else can we do? Or we could just, yeah, let's do this. Yeah, let's do this for fun. Yeah, I like that. I like the idea a lot. We can exit out. Yeah, let's make some armament stuff too. Yeah, we don't have enough pop for anything, unfortunately. Yeah, let's just push on them like that. Full anti-infantry. Let's go. If this doesn't work, we can resign. I just want to see, if we'd have like a large army of these Zouaves and these Chassauer Chevals. How good is it against like an army of Great War soldiers like this? I gotta say, I mean, they seem to be handling themselves pretty well against these more advanced units, technically. Yeah, quite good, actually. Quite good. Alright, let's just finish these. Yeah, look at the massing them, though, because he's obviously training the units instantly, so this is like a cool experiment here of what the bot does. Yeah, this is really neat. Yeah, this is really neat to see how the bot behaves when you give him extra speed. Yeah, he literally just mashes down the soldier button. This is insane. This is like tower defense. Look at this. Look at this. Look at how much soldiers he's making. This is insane. Look at this. This is unbelievable. You know what? Let's go with the British, actually. Yeah, let's go with British. Let's get one of these too, so we can get some extra houses down. Makali Aliwala. Yeah, Makali Aliwala. Yeah. Alright, and then we can add in some grasshoppers. Yeah, grasshoppers. Yay! Just having a bit of fun. I mean, honestly, I don't think, regardless of how much we're gonna mash these buns, we're gonna be able to beat them, because it's just gonna spam a lot quicker since it's odd. Just wanted to try out these things in large numbers to see how they do. I mean, obviously these Great War soldiers are going to do better against the Redcoats because they have a faster rate of fire than standard infantry does. And luckily for the Cherrybums, they don't have any anti-shock in hand, so they're going to have a bit of an easier time against these soldiers. Well, this has been a fun little test. I think we'll close it out right now. Let's look at the post-game just for fun. So the military, yeah, we did like 493 kills with these Consulate units. With the big one being the Zouaves. He did a lot of Great War soldiers. This was pretty fun, actually. I really like this. I'm going to be doing this again, I think, with the Chinese and the Japanese, because they're the ones that have the other Consulate allies that had their modifications done to their units as well, so look forward to that in the future. Anyways, this was fun. I hope to show you some more stuff coming in the Great War patch as well in upcoming days. I'll be signing off now with this one though. See you later.